Hey guys, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program with Nitro. So right here I have my grandest station ever built, the Nostromo. And I built this around the time that Alien Isolation came out, so that's why I decided to name it that. And I am an Alien fan, so it just seemed to fit. So, I'm bringing the UI up here, and you can see that we have quite a few engines activated right now, and that's because it's all of these nuclear engines here on the back. So that's the main engine compartment. Kind of hard to see here in the shadow, but it's all there. And these are essentially large transfer stages that I put onto the 4 attachment points here, and then I have a larger central stage, center stage here in the middle that has a lot more fuel. It's got the 720 fuel tanks versus the 360 fuel tanks that we have on the sides for all these. And then in the center we have one of the super large the 3240 by 3960 fuel tanks. And then I think I also have, or no, I have a smaller version of that in the center here. We have the, oh no, same size, okay. This just has the adapter on the back, that's why. And as I rotate here at about 2 frames per second, on the bottom here attached, I actually had to use the claw to attach this thing instead of a regular docking port because I needed an attachment point to launch this whole stage up at the time, and I didn't really think about putting another adapter here and another docking port, so I just used a claw and attached it to the fuel tank. What this is our deorbital engines for these rovers that I have attached up here, as you can see as I zoom in on my little rover here. So this is one of my little rovers that I made, and it's going to be an orbital drop rover, and it has a parachute to safely land it on the surface of Laythe is where this whole thing is going. So these are the new spaceplane parts that we have here. I don't think this door opens. Oh, that is a bay. Alright, so let's see. Let's open this bay here. It's going to take a long time for that to open, so there we go. So on the ship I have 2 of these rovers and also 2 of these disposable drones that you can see right here. Almost. No, you can't. Okay. Right here. So this is one of the 2 disposable drones that I have. So this is an air-powered plane. And the reason it's disposable is because there's a decouple node right here. So as this thing flies down the surface of the Laythe, once we find a suitable landing zone for this entire thing, I'm actually going to detach. We'll lose the whole bottom stage there, and then this pod will safely land on the surface because it has a parachute on the nose cone there. And then after we have our disposable drones have been used up, then we're going to deploy the rovers down to the surface so we can scout the area and find the most suitable landing zone for this massive station. And one thing that I thought about doing that I didn't quite do is I wanted to put some sort of a deorbital engine inside the docking bay, but I didn't think of that until after I had already stuffed this thing full of batteries and a electrical generator unit. So that's going to, it's just kind of like a reactor, I guess you could say, for the ship. So I got 4 of those inside of all these bays. It takes absolutely ages to close. So I don't have a full ship here. We only have about half full capacity. These 2 hitchhiker storage pods here on the bottom, those are actually going to be empty. So as we have any other Kerbals that we send out to Laythe, we can just put them in here for safekeeping, and that'll be their home. Everything else is full of Kerbals though, so these 2 other hitchhiker pods as well as this lab have a full load of Kerbals in them. And the captain of this entire space station is Derek Kerman. So he's going to fly it. And this whole thing is air powered. You'll notice that there is a lot of jet engines on the side of this thing, and that's because it can actually fly in atmosphere without all of this other extra stuff attached to it, of course. But it does actually fly with all the jet power, And I have some SRBs here for deorbiting and also emergency thrust if I happen to need it along the journey. And so that's why I have those on there. But this whole thing is going to go on a mission out to Laythe, and I'm hoping to land this massive station on the surface in a little crater zone that I've been kind of wanting to put a base in for a long time. So that's where it is going, and I have a maneuver node set up here for the eject out of Kerbin. Now, I'm not actually going to do the full mission in this video. I just want to give you guys a heads up so you can see the ship before it launches, because this whole mission will probably take me all day before I actually wind up getting to Laythe, just because it's so laggy and whatnot. So I just wanted you guys to see the ship before it launches and before I start losing all these stages and everything on here. Now, I'm not going to put this up for download because it's quite big and I don't think a lot of people's computers can handle it. But if you did want some of these transfer stages or anything like that, or perhaps the drones or rovers, let me know. I'll put those up for download if you guys request it. And so yeah, this is just a quick little preview, quick little showcase of my massive space station, the Nostromo. And one thing I could do actually is go here and get the vessel info here. So we have a part count of 1,954, total mass 960.14 tons, orbiting Kerbin. And so that whole thing is going to Laythe. And the crew that we have here, so we have Hadley, Meldum, Gurfree, Obdoc, Herney, and Derek, as well as a couple other guys I think I skipped. Yeah, Sherdass, Kanori, Furt, and Hamby are also in multiple seats, and I already have Kerbals inside of those disposable drones that I had on there too. And so they're ready to go as soon as we get this thing out to Laythe. And I did test fly it inside of Kerbin's atmosphere, so it was pretty cool when I did that. And before I end the video, though, I do want to say that I'm thinking about doing a subscriber challenge. So for those of you that are subscribed to me because of Kerbal Space Program, go ahead and leave a comment below as to what sort of challenge you would want me to try and do in Kerbal Space Program. So to do that, you need to pick a planet, basically, for me to go to, or some sort of challenge for me to do. Make sure you're very descriptive as to what the challenge actually is, and then I will do your challenge and make a video of it, if possible. And hopefully we can keep these videos around 30 minutes, because I don't want to go over an hour. 30 minutes to an hour, preferably. For the whole challenge, and I'll show you guys the ships, and I'll put those ships up for download that I do the challenges in. So just leave a comment below. Again, just describe the challenge, what that challenge entails. If you want me to go and do a mission to another planet or to somewhere else again, and describe how to do that, or if you're having problems getting or landing on one planet or another, I can do those kinds of missions again, because after I send this thing out to Laythe, I really don't have a whole lot to do in Kerbal Space Program anymore, I don't think. So I think subscriber challenges would be pretty fun for all of you guys, and to get my subscribers involved. So let me know what you guys think. Put the challenges in the comments below, and I will have the mission of this thing over at Laythe in orbit, hopefully next week. And then you guys can watch this thing as it lands. I will show the landing of this, and also I'll do the drones as well, probably in a couple of videos. So all that good stuff coming next week. And so you can look forward to that. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a challenge in the comments below. And I'll see you again next time. And so till next time, take care.